G'day, Mark Holloway, markhollowaytv.com. Now look, what should you do in that little ad that you're running in the local newspaper or the local magazine? How do you know whether what the ad rep has written or what your sales manager has written or what you in fact yourself have written in that ad is likely to get any response? Well look, it's actually quite simple. You just got to go back to basics, which I often say obviously, but bear with me. Look at the ad and think to yourself, would I want to read it? Is there anything interesting in here? Now, just before you complete the question, remember that you've got to ask that question thinking as though you were not the guy or the girl that owns or runs that business. Of course, right now when you look at that ad, it's interesting to you because it's all about your business. But is your potential customer or your customer interested in their business, or are they interested in something else a little bit more than that? And you got it, I've said it enough. They're interested in themselves. So look at the ad that you've written or you're in the process of writing and ask yourself, if I wasn't interested in this business, if I was just interested in me, would this advertisement be of any interest to me at all? Now, for instance, you know, right behind me, we've got a Land Rover, and some people like Land Rovers, and some people hate the jolly things. And, you know, people, you go to mechanics and they'll tell you that a Toyota is better, that a Mazda is better. Some prepared to go out on a limb will tell you the Land Rover is better. But here's the thing. If you were a Land Rover company and you were putting together an ad and it went through, you know, well, we service Land Rovers, we've got the latest Land Rover Defenders, we've got, you know, Land Rover Discoveries, and you maybe put that silly Land Rover slogan, which is actually on this one behind me, the best 4x4 by far, which, you know, it's a clever little saying, but it means nothing. You run an ad like that, it's going to be very interesting to you, the owner or the manager of the Land Rover company or the Land Rover sales company, but to the public, to the people that are thinking about getting a four-wheel drive and should maybe they shift to Land Rover this time, or this is their first time in a four-wheel drive and they genuinely don't know what's best. How about you run a headline in your ad that says something like, why Top Gear voted Land Rover and Range Rover the best four-wheel drive over Toyota and all the other competitors. And if you're a bit worried about mentioning Top Gear in there, just say, why experts believe that the Land Rover is a better four-wheel drive than its Japanese competitors. Something like that. And then give us a bit of a story about the real facts. In other words, the ad may not make someone come rushing in and buy your Land Rover, but the other one we were talking about, that's not going to make them come running in either. Whereas this ad will make them think about whether or not they are interested in pursuing and coming and talking to you about your Land Rover. So get some value out of that little ad you're running in the local little paper, and to do that, make sure the ad is going to be interesting to the people you want to talk to. Forget about trying to list all the right things and getting your logo in the right place. You know, the ad I've just told you about, I can guarantee if you wrote that, Mr. Land Rover Company, that even if you forgot to put your phone number in there, if the ad's going to work, you'll get some phone calls anyway. They'll look it up. So it's Mark Holloway signing out.